My entire family excludes me from family events and tells me to get over myself because they're for girls only, and I am not a girl. Posted by you/throwaway 0224111111. I'm a 28-year-old male, and my immediate family is all women. Mostly, this is because I was raised by my mother and have no contact with my father's side of the family due to a messy divorce when I was young. My 2 sisters, early 30s, my 3 aunts, 2 who are my mother's sisters and 1 who married into the family, and they have an assortment of close friends of the family, all of whom are women, also go to these events. About 3 years ago, my mother had the idea to do a girls-only weekend. Originally, this was to see one of the Magic Mike movies, and because it was such a hit, they started to do these weekend outings once or twice a month. Originally, it didn't bother me, because I'm an adult, I have my own life and my own house, and I really didn't even think about it. But an incident recently made me annoyed at the whole concept. My aunt's birthday was in January, and normally we go to her favorite restaurant for her birthday, which also, incidentally, is my favorite restaurant. So I bought her a present and a card and waited for an invitation, and none came. When I asked what was going on for her birthday, I was told they celebrated it early on their girls' day because she was going to be out of state during her birthday. This kind of irked me, because when I mentioned I bought her a present, my mother told me to just drive over to her house and give it to her. I felt pretty left out. Since I am the only male in my immediate family, having a girls' day is the equivalent of saying, "Hey, let's celebrate my birthday but not invite him." I griped about it and was told that I was basically being self-centered and that she can celebrate her birthday however she wants. I agree with that, but once again, I'm the only one being left out, and it feels crappy. The proverbial straw that broke the camel's back was that I was also just informed they were planning a summer vacation this year as girls only. When I asked my mother about the vacation we normally take as a family, she told me they can't afford to do both, so they are just doing the girls only vacation this year. At this point, I was very annoyed and had a loud argument with my mother and sister, telling them that it's really crappy that twice a month they have group activities and specifically exclude me, and on top of that are now even taking vacations and excluding me. Nothing came of the argument and they wouldn't budge, so I decided I needed a break from my immediate family because they don't consider my feelings relevant. So I removed myself from the family group chat and deactivated my Facebook. Now my phone is being blown up, and I'm being told that I'm immature and need to grow up. I responded that a lot of grown people don't see much of their family at all, and I'm just going to follow that example. Am I the jerk here? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Maybe if you weren't the only male in the family, I could see their position, but like you said, it feels like you're personally being excluded. The vacation really crosses the line. It makes me wonder about your relationship with them. Have you been close prior to all this, and this girls' day thing just got out of control? Or have there been conflicts before, and they are handling it immaturely? Yelling at them won't change their minds, and to be honest, I'm not sure what will, but try to be calm and responsibly explain how they are making you feel and why. Logically, there is no need to have a girls-only vacation, or birthday celebrations, when that just means excluding you. I'm not totally against them doing their girls' days sometimes, but it doesn't seem like they are taking you into account at all. Ops response. I'm very conflict-free and low maintenance as a person in general. My mother and sisters always tell me that if I get any more laid back, I'll be lying down. This argument with them was actually extremely out of character. My sisters and mother, on the other hand, always have drama with each other. And despite their drama, they always seem to patch things up and still do things together. I feel like the only person who isn't causing drama is me, and I'm also the only person not invited. I'm not sure if I explained it correctly, but these events happen multiple times a month, and at this point, the only time I'm ever included in celebrations or events is on holidays. Also, in regards to whether we are close, I feel like we're about as close as is normal. I wouldn't say I confide in my mother or sisters greatly, mostly because they are kind of gossipy, and if you tell one, suddenly the whole family will be discussing your issues. I don't think I've done anything to cause issues, but I'll think about it and see if I can remember anything. Commenter 2. So then they think you are a pushover. What kind of family isolates one member like that? Ops response. The funny thing is, I got a significant raise in the last few years, and I make a good deal more money than my mom and sisters due to my profession having high earning potential. I was going to pay for the beach rental this year as a treat. If I'm not invited, I'm definitely not paying. I guess I'll find somewhere I want to go and see if one of my buddies wants to come along. Downvoted commenter. Are none of these sisters or aunts married? Because if any are, then you are not the only male excluded. You are a grown man acting like a child. I kind of understand being upset about the vacation one, but otherwise, you are overreacting. Ops response. My mother is single, my aunt is single, and my other aunt is a lesbian and has a wife. My sisters are single, one of them is casually dating but not official. These are the people I am closest to, and it's literally a matter of all of my immediate family doing something fun a couple of times a month, and due to my gender, I'm excluded. How is that cool? The last time I did anything with my family together as a group was Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, I read all day in the family group chat about how fun it was to go to the zoo, how they just love that restaurant they went to last weekend, etc. According to you, I shouldn't feel left out and I'm overreacting for feeling that way? Update 1 month later. This last month has been kind of wild for me, so I haven't had an opportunity to update this until now. The descriptions of my family and my family situation in this thread were specific enough that one of my family members found out about it and confronted me. Since I had deactivated my Facebook and was only receiving text messages, I didn't realize what was happening before I was ambushed by it. My sister, the oldest, confronted me about it and asked if it was me who made the thread, and I confirmed that it was. She insisted I was being crappy for airing the family's laundry like that. I responded that I in no way did that, as I was speaking very generally and never identified who my family was. This spread to my family, and now the thread was shared on Facebook and shown to everyone. I was invited to a family meeting, we never have those, where I was sat in front of a firing squad of angry women who told me that what I did was wrong and demanded an apology. They said that I knew they weren't excluding me, and because I gave everyone that impression, I owed them an apology. I replied that I absolutely did not know they were not excluding me and included examples of things they did, such as the birthday dinner, going to an amusement park, and going to a baseball game. Once again, they characterized this as a girls-only event of fun where boys just weren't allowed or welcome because they wanted to talk about things guys wouldn't be interested in. I replied that she needs to stop saying guys because there is only one guy who would have been invited, and that's me, so what she's really saying is it's a no-op event, not a girls-only event. They explained that it wasn't excluding me because, regardless of whether I was interested in the event, the conversation would have bored me because I'm not a girl. At this point, we were going around in circles, so I just explained my perspective. I said that I'm the only male in our immediate family, and when the people in my immediate family get together on a regular basis, not a one-off or once in a while, and don't include me, regardless of what they call it, I feel excluded. I explained that the breaking point was the family vacation and that there was absolutely no reason to leave me out of a vacation I was always invited to, particularly when that's the only family vacation we do and they've stated they cannot afford a second one. At the end of this family meeting, I was never given an apology. No one tried to empathize with my perspective, and I was accused of many things that I didn't do by any reasonable interpretation. I told my mother and my sisters that we had reached a breaking point in our relationship and that I was going no contact for a while. I told them I'm an adult, and I have my own life, and the reason I wanted to be involved was because I didn't want one of those family relationships where you only see your family at holidays. If that's not what my family wants, then it's okay, but I told them that I was not going to be involved with people who made me feel crappy and intentionally left me on the outside looking in at my own family. My mother and sisters told me that if I was going to lie about them to everyone, then they don't care. At this point, my relationship with my family is over. I left that family meeting, have not reactivated Facebook, and have not received or initiated any contact. Que sera, sera. /relevant comments. Commenter. If the family is reading this, you just lost someone who loved you enough to want to spend time with you. How can a mother exclude her own son? How can a sister not defend her own brother? Shame on you. It sounds like this guy is serious. Say goodbye to one of the only people who ever gave a crap about you, because even if he does come back, it'll never be the same. I would never do this to my family. Honestly, you disgust me.